Okay. Hi. Welcome to the... Hello? Hi. Can we have some quiet, please? Hi, thank you. My name is Alan Roscoff, and I'm president of the Jim Owyles Democratic Club. Welcome. We're here tonight. I wanted to say that Borough President-elect Scott Stringer was here, and Assembly Member Richard Gottfried was here also, and former State Senator Catherine Abate is here now. Catherine? I want to thank Scott and Paul. Oh, newly elected to take office in January because no Republican's going to beat her. So newly elected council member from the Lower East Side, an out lesbian, Rosie Mendez. Rosie? Rosie, you here? Well, Rosie, when you come up closer, I want everybody to say hello. Okay. I want to thank... Okay. Here's Rosie Mendez.
Thank you. I want to thank the Jim Owyles Liberal Democratic Club for your support and my endorsement, and certainly that was part of the winning recipe in my campaign. Thank you very much.
Hey! Thank you for coming. Okay, she's going to rock the council. I want to thank Paul and Scott, the owners of OW Bar, for everything that they did. They're fantastic, and Javon, who helped put tonight together. Javon, where are you? Okay, here he is. It's fantastic and really did a lot of work to make tonight happen. Thank you. And for those of you who go downtown, Lisa Conestrassi, who owns Henrietta Hudson's here. Lisa's vice president of the club, and she's a dynamic woman. Before we proceed, we had her here with us earlier, Kyan Douglas, the star of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, who is here to show his support. And now we also have with us a major star who played the title role in the movie Trick. How many people saw Trick? Okay. And for those of you who have Showtime and saw Reefer Madness, he also starred with Alan Cumming in Reefer Madness. And in January, we'll be playing a log cabin Republican on NBC's The Book of Daniel, starring Christian Campbell, Aidan Quinn, and Ellen Burstyn. Christian, want to come up and say a few words? And he's fabulous. Christian, here he is. And he's not a log cabin Republican.
Dear God, I am not a log cabin Republican. I just want to say thank you very much for the evening, and I just can't wait to watch this roast, and I'm glad I'm not part of it, and well, that's all, because you queens are hard enough on each other when you're not roasting, so I can only imagine when a roast is happening, so good luck.
Thank you. You're the best.
Okay, take care, guys.
Thank you, Christian. Okay, we're going to begin now, and usually when you ask somebody if they will consent to being roasted, you have you spend some time convincing them. But we didn't have to do that with Tom Shanahan. He came willing and able. Many people, when they have pictures in their home of famous people, John Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Bella Abzug, and Harvey Milk. But when you go to Tom's house, he has pictures of others. Carmine DeSapio, Donald Mannis, Stanley Friedman. But Tom's very unique. When Tom got here late tonight, and he got here late because he left his house at 7 o'clock to get here at 8, but there was an eyewitness news truck going down 50th Street, and Tom proceeded to chase it all the way to Bensonhurst. Eyewitness News. And you will see Tom tonight at 11 o'clock in Brooklyn saying, "Fire is awful," because they were there to film a fire. Tom went on prime time with Diane Sawyer. And he went on with Bridget Marks, a case that he won. Bridget will be speaking later. And Bridget was able to get in one sentence during the interview. But after the interview was over, Tom just sat there talking to the camera. And he sat and he sat. And Diane Sawyer kept saying, "But we have other guests." So the crew had to pick up the chair and take Tom out. Tom's a mover and shaker. He's also very avant-garde. And Tom had a lover a number of years ago who he was very serious with. And he asked his lover if he would marry him. And his lover decided that it was inappropriate because he wanted to keep his career. Tom sang this song to Councilman Vincent Gentili.
If ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in summer, seeing you in summer.
And to this day, Councilman Gentili says, "I'm straight." You know, I told you it would be tough on you. About 1 year ago, Tom stopped drinking for 5 days. Cheers! Where is Tom? Oh, there you are. For 5 days, Tom stopped drinking. But you know, before I go into that, I want to tell you that Tom makes policy not only in New York, but he's affected worldwide relations. The ambassador to the United States from Russia came to this country and demanded a meeting with Tom Shanahan at the Russian embassy. Remember that? Yeah. See, the problem was Tom did stop drinking for 5 days, and the potato growers in Russia went on strike. This is a picture of them. And the U.S. economy, they were going to tariff our goods unless Tom went back, and that's what happened. So we're honored to be here tonight to roast Tom Shanahan, who's also a friend of all of ours. And the other Farmers, who's a friend of all of ours and has played a major, major role in New York politics. And now we're going to have some other people saying some unkind things about Tom. And Gene, are you here? Back here. Oh, here he is. Gene rushing up from the Strap Hangers campaign.
So I was going to start with the Vinnie Gentili joke, but it's already been taken. Let me start just by being serious. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, I can't see a thing out there. Thank you, thank you. Okay, great, thank you. So Tom fell into the world of the Strap Hangers campaign in 2003. We needed a lawyer to represent us in suing the MTA over a fare hike. And as you can imagine, it was not easy to find someone. We won in the lower court, and the case was reversed. But it had a real impact. It made the MTA more honest. I'm not saying totally honest, but more honest about their finances. And then this year, with Tom's help, we sued the MTA over their awarding their yards to the Jets. And although we lost that case as well, because the theme is developing, I think we really helped contribute to a political climate that's made the MTA more accountable. This is today's headline I brought with me. Free rides.
You just gave him a spit take, by the way. I did, right. So you're doing well.
So, only an agency that was fearful of its terrible public reputation would offer the public free rides at the holiday time. Tom was our lawyer along with the State Senator Eric Schneiderman in our two cases in 2003 and 2005. And I asked Eric about Tom, and he said that early on in our case, he would refer people to Tom's website to learn what the documents in the case were. And then Eric suddenly realized that he should take a look at the website, and maybe it doesn't comport with the great dignity of the state senate. So he goes to shanahanlaw.com, and a big picture of Tom turns up, and right below it says, "Does prostitution work?" So if you go to the site now, it's a little different.
You tell me to take it off.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
What's wrong with prostitution?
Exactly. In the course of our cases, we had a lot of voicemail and email with Tom, and unfortunately for him, we kept a good deal of it. And I guess this should be a lesson to you about what kind of messages you leave, either in writing or orally. So I'm going to play this. I'm not sure everyone's going to hear it, but it begins with Tom calling one of my coworkers, Nisa Pranger, who sends her love and her regards. And so I'll play it, and then I'll tell you what it says again.
Nisa, Tom Shanahan. I was looking for mean cheese. Medium spice, please.
So, Nisa,